In a world that constantly celebrates ambition, applauds success, and glorifies personal achievement, why do so many still carry a quiet emptiness within? We spend our entire lives chasing after status, money, titles, and external validation, believing that once we've reached a certain pinnacle of success, happiness will surely follow. But pause for a moment. Take a look around. How many people who appear to have it all on the outside, wealth, fame, status, are still battling stress, anxiety, and even deep depression? The Buddha once said, "Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, and faithfulness the best relationship." But what does our modern world teach us? The exact opposite. We are raised to believe that the harder we work, the more we earn, and the more we accomplish, the more complete and fulfilled we'll feel. But what if this fundamental belief is flawed? What if the most joyful people on this planet are not those who chase endlessly after goals, but those who have discovered a truth that runs much deeper? Let's pause and explore this idea. Maybe real happiness doesn't come from acquiring more, but from learning how to truly be at peace with what already is. From the moment we are children, we're taught that success and happiness are directly connected. With "I am" and "I have" or "I feel." We grow up hearing things like "study hard so you can get a good job," or "work hard so you can buy a big house," or "achieve more so others will admire and respect you." But how often do we hear "find peace within yourself"? Rarely. Society puts billionaires, celebrities, and high-ranking CEOs on pedestals, portraying them as the ultimate success stories. But if material riches guaranteed inner peace, then why are so many of these so-called successful individuals still grappling with substance abuse, sleepless nights, broken relationships, and deep emotional pain? In Buddhism, there is a concept called tanha, a term that means craving or attachment. It's the endless hunger that tells us we need more to be happy. It's what fuels the illusion that happiness lies just one more achievement away. Picture a man who dedicates his entire life to acquiring wealth. He tells himself, "I'll be happy once I have $1 million." But when he finally gets there, the joy is fleeting, if it even comes at all. So he resets the bar. Now I need 10 million. When he hits that, he wants 100 million. His happiness is always in the distant future, never in the here and now. No matter how much he accomplishes, he remains emotionally restless, mentally agitated, spiritually unsettled. There's a powerful old Buddhist story about a wealthy merchant who once visited a wise monk. He asked the monk, "Why do I feel so empty, even though I have everything I've ever wanted?" In response, the monk took a cup and began to pour tea into it. He kept pouring, even as the tea spilled over the edge and onto the table. The merchant cried out, "Stop! The cup is already full." The monk smiled gently and said, "Exactly. Like your life, you keep trying to pour more into it, but it's already overflowing. Until you stop chasing more, you'll never learn to enjoy what you already have." The story is simple but profound. The message is clear. Success is not the enemy, but our attachment to success is what traps us. When our happiness is always tied to what might happen tomorrow, we lose our peace today. Does that mean we should never set goals or strive for improvement? Absolutely not. There is a vast difference between having healthy ambition and being consumed by obsessive attachment. Buddhism teaches the principle of right effort, working with dedication but without clinging to results. Let's consider two mountain climbers. The first climber is obsessed with reaching the summit. Every step feels like a burden, because their only focus is on getting to the top. If they face challenges, they grow irritated. If they fall short, they feel like a complete failure. The second climber also wants to reach the summit, but they take a different approach. They enjoy the process. They breathe in the fresh air, admire the landscape, and embrace the obstacles as part of the journey. Whether they reach the top or not, they feel fulfilled every step of the way. Now, ask yourself, which climber do you think is truly happier at the end of the journey? The Buddha taught that suffering arises not from effort, but from attachment. When we tie our sense of self-worth and joy to whether or not we achieve our goals, we become prisoners of desire. But when we pursue our goals with inner peace and detachment from outcome, we become free. Free from stress, from suffering, from restlessness. So the real question is not, should I work hard? The question is, why am I working hard? Are you climbing your personal mountain to enjoy the journey, or are you climbing because you think happiness is waiting at the top? If chasing success doesn't bring lasting joy, what does? The answer lies in contentment. In Buddhism, this is known as santosha, a beautiful practice of being deeply satisfied with what we already have. Now, this doesn't mean giving up on growth or dreams. It means letting go of the belief that happiness lives somewhere else, somewhere in the future. Picture two individuals with the same amount of money. One is always comparing, always craving, always saying, I need more. The other wakes up and thinks, I already have enough. Now, who do you believe sleeps more peacefully at night? A wise monk once told a young man, you say you'll be happy when you have more, but if you cannot be happy now, you will not be happy then. Happiness isn't some prize we win at the end of a long, exhausting race. It's something we can nurture right now by simply shifting how we see the world. So, how do we practice contentment? 1. Gratitude. Instead of always focusing on what's missing, take time to appreciate what's already present in your life. Your breath, your body, your relationships, the small joys. 2. Mindfulness. Train your mind to be here, now. The present moment is the only place peace lives. 3. Simplicity. Let go of the clutter, mental and physical, and focus on what truly matters. Cut down the noise, make space for stillness. When you practice contentment, something magical happens. You stop running, you stop chasing, and instead you allow joy to rise naturally like the morning sun. And here's the beautiful paradox. When you stop desperately chasing success and focus on living with purpose, joy, and sincerity, success often finds you. Think of a great artist who paints not for fame, but because art flows through their soul. A teacher who educates not for recognition, but for the love of helping others grow. A monk who owns nothing yet radiates serenity and presence. These people achieve great things not because they wanted success, but because they lived in alignment with their deepest values. Success is not something you hunt down. It is something that quietly follows those who walk their path with peace, presence, and purpose. So, what are you really searching for? Is it success or is it peace? The Buddha once said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Maybe the happiest people aren't those who have achieved the most, but those who have finally learned to sit still in the moment and simply be. So, instead of obsessing over the next big milestone, choose to find meaning. Instead of looking for joy in far-off achievements, discover it within. And instead of racing toward an uncertain future, allow yourself to fully embrace this very moment. If this message speaks to you, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, Let's Journey Together, into the timeless wisdom of the Buddha and toward a life of real, lasting peace. Your path to true happiness begins not tomorrow, but now.